Hey guys, happy Sunday. I'm in one of my favorite haunts for birding, wildlifing. Sometimes I'll see some turtles out here laying some eggs and stuff. But anyway, I'm out here today with my entirely new setup. So, as you guys remember a few weeks ago, those of you that come around on a regularly realize that a couple weeks ago I was really perplexed on what I was going to do because I have so much professional work coming back up, and the X-T5's autofocus was completely failing me on a lot of photos that I have been taking. I've had to spray 8 shots at least per shots that I wanted to make sure I got one of them in focus. And because I had retired, it wasn't a big deal because the X-T5 was for fun, right? And to me, fun photos don't need to be locked in laser sharp. But every time I seem to retire is when I get the busiest, and I can't say no to money. And I honestly enjoy photographing events, people, and stuff like that to help people have memories. And I don't charge a lot either compared to other photographers in my area. So, and I do it for those people who need the financial help. So honestly, staying retired didn't seem to stay in my cards. So I have gotten rid of my Fuji system completely. I have sold the X-T5, the camera, the body, the lenses, everything I had, and have gravitated to Sony. Camera system I was familiar with and comfortable with. A7 IV and the A6700. A6700 here with the E-mount Sigma 100 to 400 and a small grip extension grip on the body, and that little extra grip makes all the difference on this hand field for the A6700. The A7 IV will be for work and occasional street photography when I want to get that weird depth of field, and the 6700 will be backup and this kind of stuff, because obviously this 100 to 400 is now a 150 to 600, and it has the full 26 megapixel sensor to use. And I could also use this lens on the A7 IV if I wanted to for some nice landscape photography, which I can still do with this, but that's not the point. It's about a week into it, and I do miss my Fuji. It is a very beautiful camera, but I don't miss the panic and the fear I had. And a lot of you nice people out there told me a couple workarounds, told me how to get good and all that stuff. And I appreciate all the comments, positive and negative, because that's what the community's for, right? So we can talk about things. But I'm too old. I never was good at manually focusing. My eyesight is horrific. My multiple sclerosis compounds my vision issues. So I am one of those people that need all the help I can get from my equipment. And if I'm paying that much money for a system, right, I need it to work. I don't need to find workarounds. And I think fanboys, and remember, I'm a Fuji fanboy to an extreme, fanboys find ways to apologize for their system's failings. And that's fine. I mean, we love our systems. I love the look and feel of the Fuji camera, the photos, the image quality, all that stuff. If it had better autofocusing, I wouldn't have this talk right now. I would be right here out in this park shooting with my X-T5. But that is not what we're working with. We are stuck with the reality of what it is, and I can't have two systems. I'm not shooting enough to have two systems, but I'm shooting enough to need a reliable system, 100% reliable system. I do events that are once in a lifetime events, and we need, as professionals, to be able to guarantee or deliver something that the people holding the events hired us for, right? You can't have a baby reveal, gender reveal, and the moment the balloon pops or the cake is cut showing the birth, the sex of the baby being born, and you miss that shot, or you focus on the back of the wall instead of the mom's reaction. And that's what I was having. And I tell you what, I was thinking originally go back to Nikon, which was my original DSLR world. And I was thinking try Canon, all that stuff. But ultimately, I went back to where I always felt comfortable. And the first couple of days with that system, I was very nervous, very unsure of myself. But after that first event, I've done 3 now. After that first event, everything just locked into place. When your brain turns off and goes into automatic pilot, you don't have to worry about everything. And that's what happened when I got back onto the Sony. Remember, I was shooting the Sony from 2017 all the way through late 2023. So I've had a lot of experience with it at events, between Fuji's still on my mind, between the A7 III, A7 IV, and a couple of cameras in between there. So this is your chance. If you only came here to talk to me about Fuji stuff, I'm a very small channel. I will miss you, but I don't want to, keep you here if this content going forward isn't what you're looking for. To me, this channel is meant to be an old gentleman taking walks and talking about the parks and the birds and wildlife and just enjoying life. It's never meant to be a tech channel. It's never meant to be anything but us talking. Sometimes I'll review lenses or I'll talk about my experiences with cameras, but this is not a tech channel. This is a old man channel. Basically, if you're watching me, I hope, I don't hope, but you should be experiencing some type of back pain. That's the kind of audience I think my stuff is aimed for. I'm not saying you guys can't hang out with me if you want. I just want to make sure I'm not trying to hold you hostage. If you're not here for anything Sony, which is probably what I'll be covering mostly going forward, I am thinking about picking up a small point and shoot Fuji. Shh, don't tell anybody. But for right now, everything I have is Sony related, and while I'm not a gear conversationalist, like I said, most of my conversations about my gear will mention Sony. And I know true Fuji fanboys, for some reason, are repelled and disgusted by even the thought of Sony's. So, if you gotta go, you gotta go. I appreciated you while you were here. And if you want to hang out and stay with me, that's also very appreciated. Until next time, if you are still here with me, or if one day you just drop in to say hello, I appreciate you. Stay strong, stay positive, always love, respect the beard, and do what you feel you gotta do. I love you anyway. Take care.